and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. You look so fine that I really want to make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks. Now you don't need the money when you look like that, do you, honey? Big black boots, long brown hair. She's so sweet with her back stare. Well, I could see you hold me, but you were with another man. Yeah, I know we ain't got much to say before I let you get away. Yeah. I said, are you gonna be my girl? SportsVision rocks.
Hello and welcome to SportsVision, the magazine on WTMB. Joe Palo, Mike Cragen, Fajita, Bear, Mark, and everybody else here as we celebrate a big wrestling show today.
Well, yes, and Cleveland Bradley at anything is always a major story, and they had Cleveland Bradley Wrestling, and we showed the first edition last night. We're going to show it again. So for those of you watching this particular show tonight, at 11 a.m. Saturday morning, coming up, and then 11 a.m. Sunday morning. So you make sure you watch that thing. There it is. He threw that up, but that's going to be on. We may even ask for that again in a little bit. But we have the match. We've done some snippets and highlights of that. We also have Lake Forest versus Cleveland basketball, and Bradley went to the Virginia Duels, a prestigious national tournament. Did pretty well out there. Got a little bit on that. So let's roll it. This is with Bradley Cleveland the other night. You might have saw some of this if you tuned in to Channel 5 last night. This is the highlights. If you didn't tune in, watch it at the times we showed you right here. Bradley Cleveland went at it, and we did it on TV. Here we go.
Start action. We're right after it here. This is Blake Tinsley and Danny Coleman. Danny Coleman is the state champion defending last year. Dwayne and Blake Tinsley of Bradley was the runner-up. We've got a repeat of that match right here. Blake Tinsley fighting it off good. Looked like he had it. He still may finish. And Blake Tinsley trying to get out of it. They've given the 2, so it's 2-0. Cleveland's Danny Coleman right now. And we welcome everybody out there tonight. Jumped right into this. They started it. And we were ready, but they went right at it, and here we go. We do have 2 awarded on the edge of the mat to Danny Coleman, so he owns a 4-1 lead now. He's got him deep, and Coleman throws him.
Good throw.
He's got him on his back. He's counting back points, so Tinsley
tighten it up.
Tinsley just about had a throw. Great counter by Coleman, turned it into points and back. And Coleman in the front head with a minute to go. Front headlock, trying to turn it into some points, and now Tinsley turns it into points for Bradley, for himself. Now it's 9-4, and he's got the cradle. Can he turn him here? He's got a 50-some seconds. Coleman trying to work his way out, and he does he? Whoa, we got
good cradle.
9-7, this match is evening up in a hurry.
There's an excellent move.
Tinsley trying for the pin. He's got 36 seconds. 36 seconds, and Coleman gets loose.
Way to come back.
At 119. Sean Cordell. Is this Blake Franchak? I believe it is.
Yes.
Freshman for Cleveland. Sean Cordell.
Had his first match last night against Chattanooga Central, so this is his second match.
And this is a 2-time state champion.
This is his first match, I'm sorry.
Very fast right here. 2-time state champion. Sean Cordell versus Blake Franchak. Sean Cordell going for the pin. This could be a quick one. Travis Cragen versus Johnny Ramos right here at 125.
I believe that's Ramos.
Ramos, okay.
Ramos.
This should be a good match. They're both highly regarded in the States.
Yeah, this should be a really good match.
Cragen number 4, Ramos number 5. And Cragen in on a deep single. Can he finish? He's trying for the cradle right there is Ramos. Cragen trying for a finish. 123 to go. And Ramos has the whizzer.
Got the whizzer in, trying to cut it.
Cragen trying to finish it right here. And he does, and he got his 2. He's got a cradle. Does he? He's got it locked up. He splits him. Is he going to be able to turn him? He does. He turns him. And he's getting back points.
Back points.
Yeah, you need to help me here because I'm getting a little excited. I got to watch
Relax
that.
there. Good cradle. It's got full back points right now.
We got a freshman, Travis Cragen, versus senior Ramos. Cragen gets him on a double leg. Nice
Good
little
takedown.
duck right there. Freshman Travis Cragen, senior Johnny Ramos, ranked 4th and 5th in the state, each one of them. Ramos ranked 5th, Cragen ranked 4th. Cragen's trying to catch his hand there to work something. I think he's trying to set up a tilt if he can get that wrist. Ramos trying to fight it. And Cragen may have the cradle again. He does have it. He's got a tilt
Back
working.
points.
Got
Back two of them.
Cragen has the cradle locked up again. Gonna try to split him. Gonna take it to the other side this time. And Ramos tries to counter. Cragen has it. Has back.
More back points.
And going for the pin now. He's trying to pin him.
Trying to get it down. Trying to get it down. Working to try to get those shoulders flat.
He's trying to get that arm through. Cragen tilts him straight to his back. And he's trying to finish with a pin here. He's got the tech, I believe. And he's got to get it here, I believe, or it's a tech fall.
If he can lay it,
he's going to mount him
down.
here.
If he can settle his hips, that would
mount him. He's going to
seal it.
try to mount him. Nope. There it is. Travis Cragen pins Johnny Ramos. This is another feature matchup right here. We've got Jake West, a 3-time state placer, against Pete Miller. Pete jumping right in there, wanting to throw. Pete is a good throw artist.
He goes through that program with Al during the summertime.
And
Pete's 20 and 3, and of course he won the champions.
He's trying to ride.
Jake using those legs.
Jake got several back points in the previous match. Pete, I'm sure, has worked on that. And I know Coach Miller's good at wrestling someone the second time around. Jake does have it in pretty deep,
He's
though.
got him pretty tight there.
Here, Jake West sporting a mohawk.
Mohawk, I noticed that.
And in tight on a double. With 3 sports, he's really good at all of them. And Jake West is kind of handing it to him right now, but Pete wins. His record is what? He's got a very good record.
20 and 3 so far this year.
You know, he wins 90% of his wrestling matches, and he's a good baseball player, and he doesn't get on a wrestling mat till late because he's a very good football player.
Yeah.
Not in yet, but he's trying to set him up. Little high. Now Pete's in a position to score.
He's got him. If you get up there.
And he does
Reversal,
get
2
out
points.
for 2. Takedowns, not get tangled up in some muscle and throw moves, because I think his shoulder is bothering him, and what it is, I don't know. Pete Miller is putting the pressure there, got the knee on the head hard and trying to get him turned. That's what you need, supposed to do.
Pete's hanging in there. He's not going to quit. He's going to go
West
after you.
has a Peterson, and Pete he gave the 2 right there, and he didn't have the finish, because West is going to come around and need to get a reversal right here. I thought he called that a little early. And then he did, because I believe he's going to have to turn around and award 2 reversal also. It's 2 points for Miller.
Pete's a little high, though.
West is going to get a reversal. To be honest with you, that first 2 probably should have just not been a no call. Along with ranked 3rd in the state, he is no longer on the team. We've got a new man in here in Ryan Insminger facing John Jackson. John Jackson.
He's a senior. 12 and 10 so far this year.
And Ryan Insminger is very good. A lot of people think Bradley reloads. This is one reason why. This guy, Bradley, will not drop off right here. And Jackson trying to scramble for a single. Insminger with the front head. He's got the throw. And it's 2-0. And as I said, Bradley will not drop here. Placed it out in the Nationals, or almost placed out in the Nationals.
Yeah, they're a very young team. Like I say, they've got some good individuals, but they're a very young team this year. It's tough when you're going against a veteran team like Bradley has. And as you said, the reloading process there's a pin.
Ryan Insminger of Bradley pins
137 left in the period.
Jonathan Jackson, Jr., Jimbo Nichols, champion of the Indian Classic, and we've got Jesse Baker, senior, Huntsville champion, ranked 5th in the state.
Got that head under there and caught. Jimbo was champion at the Indian Classic, so he's a pretty good wrestler himself.
He is,
and everything. And
he's
I think
got
he's
a
been
cradle
improving.
halfway locked up here too.
If you can get this thing in deep, get it tied up.
Baker turns it into points. He does
Good
that
move.
a lot.
Good counter. Continue to face.
Baker's got the turkey bar, and Jimbo scrambles out of it. Good job.
Good move.
And Baker still has a turkey bar, and Jimbo still scrambles out of
Good
it.
job. Be careful. They're going to have to be careful of that arm. The referee's there.
7-0 Nichols. Sorry, excuse me, 7-6. He got the one, and Baker takes the lead. I said 7-0, and Nichols going to be able to fight it out.
7 seconds to go.
And Baker.
Oh, no.
Here's by.
He got him.
We've got another interesting matchup. Dwayne, we've got Matt Spain and James Jackson wrestled twice last year. James Jackson winning both of them. So this should be another good one. James Jackson has been able to defeat Matt Spain, but there, look at that. Matt
let his
Spain
hips get away from him.
And Spain, he locked him up, got a few back points. It's 4-0. The clock ladies here had a little question, so I don't know what our time is like, Dwayne. I think there was a little mix-up on the clock. So.
Yeah, I think they.
And Jackson, nice reversal.
Good reversal. Surprised more kids don't do this and go from the down position as far as getting.
Jackson
seems like you get
taking control of the cradle, trying to. He's getting back
Good
points.
move by James.
And Spain is in trouble.
Got him down.
Spain is in. Stuck him on his head.
Down to about a minute in the second period.
And
here.
he is scoring back. Nice points right there, scoring back. With Matt Spain having the success he's had this year, Jackson going to get him a switch, or
get 2 more.
He does get a switch. It's 2 more points. It's now
continues to ride like he did that second period.
I mean, Coach Logston complaining about the ref giving it to him, but he put himself in that dangerous position. Now Spain has come out to where he's going to score some, and he gives 2 back here. He's got 48 seconds to work with, and a 13-7 James Jackson leading for Cleveland. Can Spain's have
good effort there.
2 wrestlers. That was a good match also. 2 wrestlers. We don't get much time to talk in between here. We go right. Wrestling goes right so fast to him. We got Justin Spain and Derek Harrison. Harrison, a junior. Justin Spain, one of the promising freshmen for Bradley. All right, we're in the 3rd period. It's 0-0, and we have Spain on bottom. The first points will take the lead here because it's nothing. Spain looks like he's about ready to score. Harrison trying to scramble, keep him underneath.
In a case like this, when you're on bottom in the 3rd period with no score, you definitely have the advantage.
That's where you want to be. That's where you want to be.
That's what you always want to look for. Give that chance to get some points. It's tough for that guy to hold you down if you got anything at all.
Freshman Justin Spain, now he got his head through that. Should bode well for him, and he is going to, is he going to get one? Not yet. So doing a good job is Harrison. Spain going to try to limp out. Right now, he's almost got a point, but not quite. Not quite. And if he limps right here, he'll get a point. Still with the whizzer is Harrison, so the control's not there yet, but I think Spain, there it is. It was close. Now we're moving on to the 160-pound match. This is Quinn Gibson, and ladies and gentlemen, if you follow this sport at all, you know him. If you haven't, he is in the Bradley singlet there. Outstanding wrestler in the state tournament last year. Just a real, I don't know, he's a machine or whatever you want to call him. I call him the Mighty Mighty Quinn after that old song. But he just tortures people. When he pins them, he punishes them. When he turns
he's done a great job, and I kind of look at him as kind of following his mentor.
Look at this. Look at how quick this is.
He kind of reminds me of Steve, and the one Steve wrestled, because he was always after you and on you, and I think
that was Tyler Bond when he get a chance, but we must defend him in that he's wrestling the best wrestler in the state, maybe, or one of the top 2 or 3.
That was a tough.
And Tyler Bond, what is he, a junior? What was he?
Yeah, he's a junior.
Didn't get a chance to say much, just that it's a lot of guts and character to get out there knowing that you're wrestling someone that good. We move on to 171.
Here we got Cody Morgan from Cleveland. He's a freshman, so this is another tough job for another freshman here. Would match up with Gray Simons and Mark Roderick. They just.
And right here is Bradley's Rusty Blackman, and again, no strange result here. He's working fast for a pin, and he gets it. I said Rusty Blackman, Bryant Blackman. Rusty's his older brother at Oklahoma State. Bryant Blackman finished runner-up to Cleveland's Nathan Jones last year in the state tournament. Makes pretty quick work. That was kind of a mismatch also. 189. And we got another case where we've got a wrestler with less experience going against Josh Cooper of Bradley, Thomas Fulmer, a junior. And Television, who's the sister station of the owner of WTNB locally, where you're watching this on Channel Cast, along with Checking the Cash, our sponsor. Dwayne Shriver sitting in, helping me out here. As Josh Cooper with a little roll right there, wheelie, looks like he's going to get, he does have the back.
A little high, but he's got him pretty tight.
Got Fulmer in
settle those hits back.
Bad spots, 2-0. Very well said, and we've got two guys here. Let's introduce them. Eric Cartier, a freshman of Cleveland, and Matt Bailey, a senior. So we've got another youth versus experience. Eric Cartier.
I think Eric's is Eric Chartier.
Chartier?
And,
okay, I
he's
pronounced.
a freshman. He had his first match last night against Chattanooga Central.
Okay, well, I didn't know who he was. I apologize out there to the Chartier family.
He's got, again, another one of those freshmen. Again, a lot of youth.
Well, and he's
both
got
sides with some freshmen that are.
He's got the #1 guy in the state punishing him right now too. So that's not an easy task. And again, to get out there and give it your 100%. 3 years from now, he'll be doing that to someone else.
Right.
So
one thing about it is when you're put in this position and it happens to you, when you come off of it, you realize.
Match of the night, we've got heavyweights. James Humphreys of Cleveland, a junior. And we got another youthful freshman here for Bradley, Jonathan Sibley, Cleveland Kids Club. And you take your, if you're going to go to the county system, you take your son over to the wrestling room at Bradley. And Sibley on the takedown, and he's got him on his back. So this is the kind of thing he's done for Bradley all year. An exclamation point, Jonathan Sibley.
Okay, we're here with Coach Miller. Coach kind of looked out there, and it seemed like David and Goliath tonight. How do you feel about the match?
I feel like Goliath right now. I feel like I just lost my head, but you know, we knew it was going to be a tough fight, and in spots I got real good effort. But we don't have the experience, we don't have the age, we don't have a lot of things, but we have to learn from something like this. But it's a great experience to put our kids into this type of environment.
Did it go pretty much how you thought?
Pretty much, because you know Cleveland, and you know that Cleveland's going to bring a lot of intensity, and that Coach Miller's going to have them ready every time. He always has them ready for us, regardless of state rankings or records or anything else. You know, those guys come to fight us, and sometimes I think my kids look a little bit flat against Cleveland, but then I look at it and I say, well, our kids look flat because Cleveland didn't let us go in there and run over them, and they fought back and fought us hard, and that's what it leads to. It just two kids out there getting after it, and I give them a lot of credit because, you know, we know that we're a more experienced team right now than they are. They're younger, and we have a lot more seniors, and then they come out here and fight us like that. You know, I got a lot of respect for that. That was a better match than the score indicates. A lot of close matches in there, and we have a lot of respect for them, and I think it's a good, healthy rivalry. I think the kids like each other, and that's important.
There you go. 60-6.
Two great coaches' comments right there, too. And we have, there it is, high school wrestling. We're going to rebroadcast
in its entirety.
That's the old slang saying from the TV term, in its entirety, 11 a.m. Saturday, 11 a.m. Sunday, only on Channel 5 WTNB. Make sure you watch it if you haven't seen it. It's pretty good matches in there, and you'll enjoy it a lot. And while we are on this subject, I'm going to say real quickly, tonight, Thursday night, if you're watching this, and it's between, you know, the 6:30 and 8:30, which it is if you're watching this, it's about there, okay? 6:30 to 8:30, you go down to the Bradley Wrestling Room because Alan Morris is going to sign you all up for
Bradley Wrestling Club?
That's right, for the Bradley Wrestling Club for you kids, and Sunday 2 to 4. So if you can't get down there tonight, go Sunday 2 to 4. If you're watching this Saturday, go Sunday 2 to 4.
There you go.
So we got a commercial.
You heard it first.
We got some great action. We're going to come back with Lake Forest and Cleveland basketball.
Hi, I'm Steve McNair, and you're watching SportsVision on WTNB.
So when I heard Hardee's was making their hamburgers out of Angus beef, well, I just flat out didn't believe it. I mean, I've raised Angus beef for 25 years, and I know how expensive it is. Yeah, I just couldn't figure out how they could afford to put Angus beef in their hamburger. So I went into town to try it out. Boy, you could have knocked me over with a feather. They're serving Angus beef hamburgers.
Thick burgers with 100% Angus beef. It's how the last place you'd go for a burger will become the first.
Checking the cash, checking the cash. You got a cash emergency, you got a money mayday. We cash your personal check and then we hold it till you're payday. Checking the cash. You want to get your money in a hurry, in a flash. You want it from a friendly place that's got a lot of class. Checking
Checking the Cash, one of our great sponsors here on SportsVision. Speaking of checking the cash, talk about the state tournament coming up soon.
That's right. They're going to sponsor that for us, and they're sponsoring the Cleveland Bradley match we promoted there a little bit ago. So you need to
big wrestling, bunch of wrestling folks over there. Especially Alan.
Especially Alan. I bet we could win.
He was, oh yeah, now. Back in what, 70, what was it, 72? He was second in state.
State twice.
And he had a lot of hair, real thin. You would never know that was the same guy. Good-looking guy. Yeah. And then look what happened.
I think this is a clone right here.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go. Cleveland Lake Forest. We got to get to it or we won't get everybody on. Cleveland Lake Forest basketball. Roll it. They were at it right there's a little bit of the between game entertainment because right now halftime entertainment. I'm picking this up at the half. What's the matter with me?
There you go.
That right there was.
What town is this?
Was Paula White passing off to Casey Brownfield. So great basket right there, and another one by Kayla Lawson, number 33 for Lake Forest. As they are on a roll. They're down 32-14 at this time though, but Caitlin Eldridge brings it back a little closer. Looks like all Lake Forest highlights, but Cleveland was way up at the half as we pick it up here in the second half. White again with the basket. Here we go. Now we're showing the scoreboard. They cut it 32-22 after scoring all those points in a row, but Cleveland still leads. White again though gets the putback, so Lake Forest on a roll. Cleveland 39.
Focus.
Cleveland 39-29 and into the final quarter right here. Heather Fennell helps slow down the comeback as she knocks down 2 for Cleveland. And then Jasmine Martins would follow that with 2. So Cleveland starting to regain control. Watch this, Cleveland's Martin again. Nice toss inside to her. Right there it is. Good bounce pass in. So Cleveland regains control. White, though, will come back with Lake Forest. Toss one home. And it's Taylor Thomas on the turnaround right here for the Cleveland Lady Raiders. And Tina Garcia with a short baseline J for the Lady Raiders as they go on to win at Lake Forest, 48-35 right here. And Joe is going to have
the boys game.
The boys game.
I want to thank Santec for bringing you these highlights. Here we go. We move on to the boys. First points of the game, baseline drive. That's Taylor Bryant for Lake Forest. Monty Scotton right there answers for Cleveland, the Blue Raiders, and we move on. Scotton again. We know his family, great kid.
Thomas
on the
is
putback.
proud.
Thomas is very proud. Terrell Parks on a turnaround J for Cleveland. Parks, that kid's going to be awesome here in years to come as well. Scotton on a sweet move inside. 2 more points for Cleveland. Parks, nice move. Vertical J. Now we got Brandon Rader. He gets a layup. Watch this. Up and in. 2 points. Looking good. Watson Horner sat in a corner eating his, pie. Here we go. It's big 17-2 lead after 1 quarter for the Blue Raiders. She likes it, that little girl that you saw there. Lake Forest finally hits 2 as Chris Murphy puts it in. Scott now would answer again. Number 12 in your program, number 1 in your heart. Corey Baggett would hit right here for the Blue Raiders. Scott, and watch this again, number 12. Here he comes. Inbound. Scott up in. Good for 2. All right, we move on. Check out the bomb by Cody Visage from Lake Forest. Watch this. All the way from Afghanistan. Looks good. There you go, both dance teams from Lake Forest and Cleveland wanted to get them in. Cleveland goes on to win big. And we got to go to commercial. We'll be back. What are you, Harpo Marx?
Our buildings and employees do more than take up space. They're more than just checkbooks and loan applications. We are part of this community, just as the community is part of us. Our people have been here for years. We've worked alongside you at the Heart Walk and United Way. And we invest both time and money, which adds to the quality of life in Bradley County. Any bank can lend money. It takes a neighbor to lend a hand. First Tennessee. All things financial, all things Cleveland, all things community. Member FDIC.
All right, we are back on SportsVision magazine.
Oh, we got to go. We're going so quickly. Right straight to the Virginia duels. Bradley took off and rolled the tape, and we'll explain to you what happened. This right here was the dramatic moment at Virginia. Jonathan Sibley has to win the match for Bradley to move on into the finals of the American Division. He has a guy, if you look at the guy, outweighs him probably by 50 or 60 pounds. He gets the pin. Bradley goes nuts. They had to have the win right there, and that was a win. We'll tell you which team it was over in a little bit, but look at the celebration. Deja vu from last year when Sean Grady did the same thing, put them into the finals, and look at the celebration. Big John Sibley, a freshman, stepping in there and doing a great job for the Bradley Bears, and look at the excitement. And they went there, did very well, Joe. That is the most prestigious duals national tournament in the country, and saw some great teams there. Here we go right now with Bradley coming in. Now, this is before the finals. This is the March of the teams coming through. They have all, Nebraska was there. Matt Keller, ex-Bradley wrestler, wrestled for Nebraska. They won the tournament in the college division. And there's 3 high school divisions. There's the national division, the American division, and the black and blue division. And the second tier really is the American division. Bradley competed in it, and they are ranked 23rd in the nation with Bradley. And there they are marching in. I'm giving them quite a bit of airtime so all the kids get recognized. But they make that 10-hour trip, Joe, to Virginia, stay at Virginia Beach, basically at the Coliseum.
Now, was that Andy coming into the front with his long hair? Was that long hair? What do you have on there?
That right there is Tanner Johnson. He's now starting. Andy couldn't make weight anymore. Andy's right there in the sweatshirt.
Oh, okay.
Now Andy was there in case we needed some help at 112.
His headgear. Okay, I was thinking
got his headgear on.
What the heck is that?
But there they are, and that's just the reason I show you this is the pageantry and how huge this event is. It's held in a large coliseum. It is it's the biggest wrestling duels tournament really in the nation. There they are receiving their second place trophy. I didn't show you highlights of the matches because we had quite a bit on them with Bradley Cleveland. But there's the team right there.
They are.
And you know what? They're not quite. You notice they look good, but not real happy. They thought they were the best team there. Didn't wrestle maybe their best, but second in the nation at the duels. 2 years in a row is awesome. There's your scores. Bradley over Denby, Virginia, 49-15. Over Kellam, Virginia, 58-15. And they beat Cannon McMillan, Pennsylvania, 29-22 on a dramatic pin that Jonathan Sibley had. Lost to Jesuit down at a private school down in Louisiana, 35-24. Outstanding wrestler, though. They voted on the outstanding wrestler. It was Bradley's Quinn Gibson, so what a kudo there. Second out of 16 teams.
#1 wrestler in the state, is he not?
That's right, #1 wrestler in the state. And what time are we at? 27:46. We're going to have to leave you in about 10 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. We rushed that through, but a lot of good action. We're going to have a bunch more for you next week on SportsVision. And don't forget to sign up for wrestling with Al Morse tonight, 6:30 to 8:30.
And Sunday.
And Sunday, 2 to 4.
Don't forget that.
All right.
Hey, have yourself a good week. We'll see you next week on SportsVision.